So I'm going to walk you through the second part of the shadows and light exercise. I'm in my AutoCAD model. I have here a view from above. What you can see is a big mass that surrounds two spaces that are open to the sky, and there's several rooms that are underneath here, but we can't see them because there's no openings. And what we're going to begin doing is making openings through the ceiling so that when we do render these out, that we can get more light into those spaces. I'm going to change my view from conceptual style to 2D wireframe, and I'm going to go to the top view. All right, now the first openings that I'm going to make are going to be some slots that run along this wall, and I'm going to be kind of precise about their placement. What I'll do is I will use the 3D Orbit tool, hold down my left mouse button, and I'm going to zoom in a little closer here. Okay, what I'll do is I will make a series of these slots. I'll make 4 of them. And in order to do that, I need to construct some guidelines. So I'm going to use the line command, and I'm going to select the endpoint here. And you can add endpoint to your object snaps. If it's not registering them, you can type in the object snap overrides, endpoints override is END, and now you can see it's snapping to that point. Type in END again at the other end, and I should have a line there, and there it is. Now I'm going to offset that line by 12 inches. My slot will be 12 inches wide. Right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these 4 different sections of this of these slots. So I'm going to divide this line by 4. All right, now you can't see anything in part because I need to adjust some of my settings. I should see some divisions along that line. I need to change the setting for PD mode. Okay, this is point display mode, PD mode. Press enter, and if I change it to 3, I'll see little X's at those dividing points. Okay. Now I'm also going to use these nodes to sort of construct divisions between my openings. So I'm going to make a new line, and I want it to snap to that node point, so I'm going to type in NOD. Again, you can also use your object snaps for this. Right, and I'm going to make my line perpendicular to the wall. Okay, and I'll do it again right here. And okay, now I'm going to zoom in a little closer, and I'm going to make the divisions 4 inches wide, so there'll be 2 inches on either side. So I use the offset command, input an offset distance of 2, and snap to either side of those lines. Okay, now I'm ready to construct a box that I'm going to use to make my opening. On the home ribbon, there is the box command, and if I type in END, it'll snap to that intersection point there, and it's found the endpoint for the other side. Now I need this to be 13 feet so that it protrudes through the roof surface. So I'm going to input 13 feet and then press enter. Okay, and I'll do the same thing in this location. Go to the box command, snap to my endpoint. Right, it's found the other endpoint. Bring the cursor upward and input 13 feet. Okay, now what I'm going to do is make copies of these 2 objects. They're going to be slightly different dimensions, so I'm going to snap to some of these snap points. And looks like I'm going to need to move this one over to here. And I'll make a copy of this one. You could also try using the mirror command for this process. And I'm going to place this one here, and then I will move it to the end. Okay, so now I have these 4 boxes, and what I'm going to now do is subtract them from the mass. So So let's go to the conceptual view so you can see what they currently look like. So here they are popping through the roof. I'm going to use the subtract tool. I typed in SU. I'm going to select the mass first that I'm subtracting from, press enter, and then click, 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 and one more click, press enter. So now I have these slots through the ceiling. Now how many openings you make will really depend on how the renderings turn out. So you might make a few in each room, and then later on in the exercise you'll be setting up cameras. You can render them out, and if there's not enough light you can look at generating more or adjusting the sunlight or other settings.